In the One Piece world, the most dangerous pirates are from Blackbeard's crew, and Teach is the most terrifying of them all. He's not just any other pirate. He's patient, meticulous, knowledgeable, intelligent, pragmatic, and of course, powerful. He has a blend of everything he needs to become the most successful in the business of piracy. He thinks way ahead into the future. Apparently, he wants something that's inside Marijoa, especially in Pangaea Castle or the domain of the gods. He wanted Hachinosu Pirate Island to be recognized by the world government. He kidnapped Kobe for this specific reason. Now, what's he gonna do with this? What kind of plan he has for Marijoa? Did Shanks know about it? And that's why he warned the Gorosei of him? That would be insane, right? Shanks met the Gorosei before the river even started, and Blackbeard kidnapped Kobe after the dissolution of Shichibukai's system. For someone like Shanks to dedicate his time and attention to Teach speaks volume of how dangerous he is. He didn't want the Gorosei to fall for his trick twice. He didn't want Teach to become more powerful and influential. The Gorosei has a knack for getting tricked, right? I mean, Blackbeard became a Shichibukai only to recruit level 6 prisoners. What kind of sinister plan he has in mind, I don't know. All I know is terrifying. Just like rocks is a bag, you want to become the king of the world. Here's one thing I don't understand. When Shanks was having a conversation about Blackbeard and Ace, he requested Whitebeard not to let Ace fight Teach. Why? What was the reason? Did he know Ace's real identity? Or does it have something to do with Luffy? I mean, he was Luffy's brother and he didn't want anything happen to his brother. Defeating Ace would make him more famous among the pirates, and it would help him to recruit more powerful subordinates. Was Shanks thinking along this line? Blackbeard is patient and a meticulous planner. He wouldn't fight any powerful people with a bounty over 1 billion, but he could easily defeat other Shichibukai level characters, so he would have become famous nonetheless. So why was Ace so special? Why didn't Shanks want Ace to lose? Obviously, he doesn't care about Whitebeard's reputation. He knew Teach was going to come after Whitebeard and his territory. His warning was so prophetic, it was immaculate. Can he look into the future? Well, he can, but I'm not talking about that kind of 10-second future. I'm talking about sequence of events. The only reasonable thing I can think of is it has something to do with Luffy. No, I'm not talking about Ace being Luffy's brother. It's directly related to Luffy. Luffy and Teach are both from the D clan. Teach was 37, whereas Luffy was 17. Teach is nearly as powerful as Shanks. He fought Shanks, yet we didn't see any injury on his body. However, we see a scar on Shanks. It wasn't like Shanks got careless. He was dead serious. Being careless is Blackbeard's forte. He got hit by nearly all of his opponents, be it Ace, Luffy, Whitebeard, or Law. He might have gotten careless against Shanks as well. Why didn't Shanks take advantage of it? We didn't see any kind of scar on his body to substantiate it or entertain the idea. Anyways, it proves how powerful he is without any devil fruit ability. So Shanks didn't want Teach to get more power and influence so quickly, because if he does, it would become harder for Luffy to contend against him. After all, he was too young. Now, there is disagreement among the fans regarding the timeline of Shanks' injury. Some say it happened right after Roger disbanded his crew. Well, we do have something that can be used as supporting evidence. We didn't get to see Shanks' face during Roger's execution, and it happened again when he went to East Blue to recruit Yasa. But if we pay attention to Shanks and Whitebeard's conversation, it doesn't look like he got injured right after Roger disbanded his crew. Now let's take a look at their conversation. From his personal experience, Shanks knows how powerful Teach is. He was beating his time for the right opportunity. Even though he was more powerful than any of the division commanders, he didn't want to become one. Whitebeard had observation haki, so he knew how powerful Teach was. And Shanks actually asked him about it. He was telling him, you have the observation haki, you know how powerful Teach is. Don't tell me you weren't suspicious at all. It wasn't like Whitebeard was unaware of it. He tried to stop Ace. He didn't want him to go after Teach. He expressed his doubt about Blackbeard's motive. Something didn't feel right, and he warned Ace about it. But Ace overestimated his ability and dragged the whole crew along with him. Well, it wasn't his fault, it was his fate. Anyways, so Shanks was warning Whitebeard of Teach's strength. He emphasized he didn't get his scar from Mihawk or any of his dangerous adventures he embarked icon. He got it from Teach. Teach joined Whitebeard's crew so that he can have better chance to find Yami Yami Nomi. And he didn't become a division commander because he didn't want to get the attention of the Marine or any other powerful people. He was hiding under Whitebeard's shadow to grow strong enough to carve a path for himself. Now, when such a low-key person acts in a high-profile manner, you know there is a problem, and that's why Whitebeard tried to stop Ace. The reason Shanks was speaking of Mihawk when he was trying to persuade Whitebeard is because Mihawk was already the strongest swordsman even before Roger's execution. So Shanks was dueling such a powerful person, yet he didn't get any scar from him, but he got from Teach. What does it imply? If Shanks got his scar when he was weak, then he doesn't need to warn Whitebeard about Teach, because the argument is simple. In the past, you were weak, so you got wounded. However, that doesn't mean Teach was strong. You were just weak. So you don't need to worry about Ace. He can handle it. Now picture the other side of the argument. Shanks is suggesting I was powerful enough to go toe-to-toe against someone as powerful as Mihawk. I didn't get any injury from Mihawk, yet I got injured from Teach. So you know what I'm saying, right? He was hiding his strength all along. He was waiting for the right moment and right opportunity. Now that he's showed his claws, he's definitely up to something. Something big. Very big. He knows what he did, and he knows you will never forgive him, nor would any of your crewmates. He did it regardless. He has a plan of his own. Don't help him without thinking things through. This is my understanding of the conversation between Whitebeard and Shanks, what they said and didn't say. I think the sentences hidden between the lines of the conversation of Whitebeard and Shanks reveal the time frame when Teach injured Shanks. You know, before the time skip, we knew Shanks and Teach are gonna fight one day. After all, Teach is from the D clan, where Shanks carries the blood of the Tenryubito, so they're kind of fated to fight. Recently, Shanks obliterated Eustace Kid's crew with a single attack. On the other hand, Teach wiped out Trafalgar Law and his crew pretty convincingly. But unlike Kid, Law lost with his dignity intact. Well, there may be several factors played roles in it. Maybe Shanks was simply too strong, or maybe Blackbeard was caught off guard because of his carelessness. Or Law is actually stronger than Kid. Any of these might have played a part with the outcome we saw in the previous chapters. But I'm not here to assess the power level of Kid and Law. I'm here to talk about one of the most curious events people love speculating: when Teach injured Shanks. Most of the theories I came across say it was between Roger's disbandment of his crew and his execution. But in my opinion, it was when Shanks was as strong as Mihawk. So basically it's saying that before the time skip, Blackbeard was as strong as Mihawk and Shanks, which means bounty-wise he would be as powerful as a man with over 1 billion berries. Now why it is 1 billion? Well, it's related to Shanks' bounty 12 years ago. At Party's bar, a bandit called Higuma insulted Shanks and bragged about his 8 million bounty. Hearing this, the red-haired pirate cracked up like crazy. So what was Shanks' bounty, which is why they laughed so hard? One Piece episode 1029 revealed what was Shanks' bounty 12 years ago, and it was this: just over 1 billion berries. In your opinion, when do you think Teach injured Shanks? Comment down below. That's all for today. Like the video if you did, and subscribe for more. Hit the notification bell icon for updates. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.